Baba Rahman got on the score sheet last night, and now another amazing performance from the Black Stars man, who will be notably missing from the squad when we take on Angola at the Baba Sports Stadium. Today, we're going to talk about Baba Rahman and also Jordan Ayew's move into Leicester City. What does it mean for the Ghana Black Stars man? How can we get Baba Rahman back? I'll not be doing this alone. The dream team is here. Welcome to the channel, Edward. Welcome.
Good to be back.
Yeah, the usual face here. You should be used to him already. And Gijo.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah. So before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. Baba Rahman, a great redemption story from injury back into the national team, was booed, decided not to play, and now thriving so much with his club side. Initial thoughts on his performance in Rise so far, Edward?
Baba Rahman was destined for greatness. I mean, if you followed him back from the days, inception of his career, he was amazing with Kumasi Asante. In fact, was it Dreams FC?
Yeah.
Joined Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Fantastic footballer. I mean, he's one of the few local players who went straight from Ghana to Chelsea or to a top level team, right? Yeah. Before he had to do some loan moves and all that. Yeah. If you put all that into perspective, you probably would expect him to, to get into a higher level in terms of football. But injuries here and there curtailed, and I'm super excited that now he is getting the accolades he deserves. But somebody will say this is just POK.
When they say that, it's funny for me because you can only be what's put in front of you. He's there right now. He has to thrive. If he doesn't thrive,
absolutely,
how will you entrust him with another club?
But, then the expectation wouldn't be as high as if he was with Chelsea. Nonetheless, I think that he's having a fantastic season. In fact, last season was amazing, and he's continuing. Yesterday they had a very good game. They won about 4 goals.
Yeah.
He got the last goal around 90 plus 2 minutes, which is amazing, and everybody's talking about him. Kudos to him. Yeah.
Delali, how important is Baba Rahman to the Black Stars team right now, currently, with the way things are and the players we have and everything you've seen?
I think Baba Rahman is one of them players that, as a country, we've not been really fair to him.
That I disagree.
And then
we'll come to that.
I think maybe like you say, you will come to that. But if you look at him and how good he has been, he's always been a good player. He's always been good. He's always been talented.
Always.
He's always has the he has always had the quality to be a good footballer.
Always.
Baba Rahman is always a good footballer. On a daily on any day, he's one of the left backs that you look at and say, no, this guy is very talented. But talent is different from being as good as people would expect you to be. You can have the potential, but hitting the glass ceiling is the most important part. And that's the part where he has not been able to achieve that. Because when he was at Dreams FC, moved to Kumasi Asante Kotoko, went to Europe before moving to Chelsea. If you get to know the background story on how Mourinho and the level at which Chelsea went to get him signed for them, you could clearly tell.
He went to Germany first. Yeah, he moved to.
So
he at Osberg.
Yeah, he was at Osberg, but the deal was in a way that Baba Rahman, it was a loan from Dreams to.
The question was how important is he to the
Black Stars? Sorry. Currently, on the Black Stars, I think it's a bit dicey because. One, he's aging, so you would ideally expect us to get a backup for him. You would expect the young players that are coming to walk into his shoes and play better than him. And also on the fact that the whole country unanimously said he wasn't good enough. I won't say the whole country, but 80% of the people, when Baba Rahman plays football and go online,
at that point.
So I'm just saying that. Okay. Football fans, Ghanaian football fans, whenever there's a call-up and Baba Rahman is in it, people are not happy with him. So he clearly thought that the football fans wanted him out of the national team. So he went away. And the fact that we are discussing how important he is, that means that the players that we brought or the players that we believe would have been a better replacement for him have failed the whole the entire football nation, because this is a player that we felt Akwede or Nyade, you free.
No Nyadi on that day. Let's be fair.
Like yes, like so we take him out, bring another person, and the person is not good enough for you. Then it means that the person that you brought is still not.
No, just say it. Gideon Mensah didn't live up to this. I mean, I don't know why you are.
Let me Gideon here. We are on time, but
Because we've
have
it's
Ghanaians
only
been
Gideon that we've
unfair
used.
to Baba Rahman? Has the criticism been unwarranted, in your opinion?
This a hard question.
You have given me this question.
Actually, it's full of sentiment actually because Ghanaians really liked Baba Rahman.
Passionate.
Yeah, they are and one thing is that they associated Baba Rahman's performance to what the GFA was doing. That was what, from my perspective, when you see pictures flying around with him and Kotoko here and there, and there was a time he had Philemon Bafo in the blaster. The consistent collab
and not being used.
And those things made Baba Rahman a victim.
Yeah.
You get it? So he was victimized. That's what I think. And I think we were unfair to him because we associated him much with Kotoko, and most Ghanaians were unhappy with how the GFA were running things in the country. And because of that, if you see the Blasters lineup and you see Baba Rahman, people will start calling this because they said, oh, these are Kets players that they've put into this.
That thing comes to play when they are not performing. Obviously,
Yes.
Baba wasn't.
So that's what I was. I think there's a point where the coaches also set him up for what he went through.
Yeah.
Because when it comes to the national team, it's strictly based on performance at club side.
Yeah.
So there were moments where Baba Rahman struggled at club side.
Yeah.
And he didn't deserve.
Don't call him. Like you see, when you call the player, you set the player up for public ridicule. You get what? Look at now.
A coach will say that what I want to do, I need Baba Rahman. Despite him not be, he can execute what I want. What do you
So,
say?
for example,
Was
at the
he
World
able
Cup,
to?
at the World Cup, right? At the World Cup, you saw how Baba Rahman was instrumental in how he played.
Yeah.
He gave the assist for that Bukhari goal, if you guys could remember,
Yes.
against Portugal. He was very good going forward.
I mean, that's probably the highlight of his entire season. Tournament. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
And even that same tournament, he went through it.
was
Hey,
terrible.
I was in one of the stadium. No, like you see, some of the games, proud to the match. I think either Ghana, Portugal, like which game did he really didn't perform? See, the warm-up, like he was basically avoiding the Ghanaian fans. Like you could see from the warm-up that, like when he gets closer to them, do warm-up, You see, I was fortunate to be in the most of the matches, so I was in the stadium. The fans were basically, I was like, nah,
Targeting him.
This guy, no go fit play the match. So some of them things, like there were moments where, and people, you see, football fans are in a way that when they feel like you are playing ahead of a player who deserves to be there, they won't give
And you
the
are not
chance.
also executing
Good,
the
then go come
thing
after
as
you.
you should.
And also, football is a performance-based sport. So your confidence is based on how good you've been playing, either at your club side or your previous games. There are people that don't have good club side, but when they come to the national team, they would excel.
Yeah.
But that one are rare cases. So if a player is not really performing well for his club side, you
shouldn't be called
you don't throw the player, and that's why
And
I
think
get
the
problems.
criticism also gets into their head.
See, you're a human being.
You're a human being
just,
first.
just a minute on that. You see, what makes this whole thing quite difficult, I don't agree with people when they say it's victimization or whatsoever. Baba Rahman, he's loved by the Kumasi fans. If he became anything at all, it was because of the Kumasi fans. Baba Rahman, Samuel Nkum, Harrison Afu, these are lateral defenders who were hired by the Kotoko fans. And you see, when you go to Kumasi to watch Blasters game, majority of them are Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans. So I was saying that if these fans are
turning
you, are turning against you, then it is not necessarily
It's not unwarranted.
because they want to victimize. It's because they are not happy.
No,
Because they are not happy with the output.
there's a scientific reason behind it. See, when the time Nkumba Harrison Afo Baba Rahman played for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and the demography of football fans that go to the stadium now, if you look at the demography of football fans that watches football matches in Kumasi, we've been to Kumasi before, you could see that we are in that social media era.
Yeah.
So them social media era boys, they really didn't watch Baba Rahman. If let's do this analysis and see, go to the stadium, you could realize that most of the people that will come to the stadium to come and watch a Black Stars game, they didn't really watch Baba Rahman play football.
Yes.
Like they don't even remember how good he was or Baba Rahman was for Kumasi. So that one there, they don't really like the guy as they play for the Black Stars.
But one thing is something I want to say is that no matter how much you don't like a player,
That's what I was coming.
don't take it personal.
You not boo the player.
That's what I disagree.
That's what
I-
See, that's the point. I think I tweeted this the last time. You see, when it comes to booing players, there's nobody who is above it. Do you remember Cristiano Ronaldo? Wait. Do you remember that day? Almighty Cristiano Ronaldo. They were whistling him.
No, see,
What
when
do you
you
read about it?
like national team, when you come to
See,
the club side there.
No one is immune to it.
nobody is immune to Lionel Messi. What didn't Argentina fans? At that point in time, you are not performing. You see, Messi was, he
And you
was,
can't
There were
control
no
the
winning trophies, losing finals.
he was destroyed though.
and you can't control the
See,
emotions
Messi,
of fans.
it was like an agenda against him, but it
Okay.
wasn't. It was because they were not happy.
Last question
Now
on
you see
Baba
how they are-
Rahman.
they are worshipping
I
him.
think if I give you guys a chance, you wax lyrical. How do we get him back, or can we do without him, Edward? So,
I think we should be able to be fine without him. Yes, now he's the best, left back we have. Gideon Mensah, I've said he has flattered to deceive. I was, vouching for him, but then he didn't really do well. And so, I mean, I think that if he's not ready to play for us, we should move on. We should try and find somebody else.
okay, Delali, what do you think?
He shouldn't come back. Yeah, I don't think Baba Rahman should. He shouldn't consider playing for Ghana. Like, he should just continue on his club side. He should just announce his retirement from national team football, concentrate on his club side and play.
do as things are. Nothing should change. Gijo, what do you think?
Yeah, I also think he shouldn't come back, considering his age as well. Yeah, we need the Black Stars is big. Like, we just need more players to come in as alternatives. And I think moving forward, Toado should scout more.
Yeah.
So
I
get
also
that-
think that a
yeah,
player
sure.
who is not ready
Mhm.
presenting himself for a call up and coach has to convince and drive long hours to convince him, and he's still saying no, should not be forced. I'm one for that.
He shouldn't come. It's just that it's just unfortunate that the people Gideon Mensah that we thought he would.
So it's
be
we
a
have to
good
scout
footballer.
more in.
I think Gideon should
And wish him all the best in wherever he is.
good.
Yeah.
And I think Gideon should be worried that just the last one. Gideon should be worried that Baba Rahman is not playing now, and we are looking at bringing him back.
Yeah.
It speaks a lot about you, the player that you are
that's
playing.
true. That's true. I said that was the last one, but Jordan Ayew has gone to Leicester City. A quick one from you guys on that move, and how will he contribute to that Leicester City?
Solid move for him. I've always
Yeah.
said that he needs to go. When it comes to his contribution, obviously Leicester City first of all needs to stay in the league. If you need the experience head in your upfront when you are playing, is obviously one. He would contribute a lot. Not as many goals as Vardy, but he would definitely be a backup. He's just in the mood of Kenichi, who has left the club. We're very workaholic, like just Kenichi, and he comes with a lot of experience in the English Premier League, which is something that they really don't have in the players that they have up front. Solid move for him. Get the opportunity to play with a countryman, and also an opportunity for him to play under a coach that he's familiar with.
Gijo, what do you think about that move?
I think it's a great move for Jordan Ayew himself, and for Leicester City as well.
Yeah.
They haven't bought a lot of players. They bought Oliver Skip from Tottenham Hotspur, and I don't think that was a great move in terms of signing wise. We won the game against Spurs. They played very well, so I think Jordan's move to the King Power Stadium is fantastic. I think that will help Fatah as well.
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. With his confidence and everything, having someone like a brother who give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you look at his experience, I mean, he's going to help the team in the dressing room and all that. But you ask the question, where is he going to play? Is he going to substitute
Bench.
Mavididi or
Play behind,
or play behind, Vardy? That's the question, you see, because they are coming in with two wingers they really, really believe in. Mavididi, I'm not sure they would allow him, any coach, to drop him. So the question is, where is he going to play?
Wait, let me touch on that quick one. With Jordan Ayew, we saw how defensively he can help the team. In terms of Leicester City, they're going to face a lot of opposition where they will not have the ball.
Sits back.
Yeah. So I think with how Oliver Glasner wants to play at Crystal Palace. He doesn't fit that system. Oliver Glasner wants to possess the ball and attack more,
Yeah.
which Jordan doesn't fit.
provide. Yeah.
So basically, when it comes to Leicester City, I think Steve Cooper will be the best man to coach him to be that kind of player that they can rely on when they want to defend.
Yeah, because I think their game.
Do you think Andrew has any?
Oh yeah, because
hand in this?
Andrew Ayew. Oh, but it's more like the family are more.
Well, I think that's all for today. Steve Cooper has maintained this in his career. He's working with an Ayew brother, with an Ayew.
Yeah.
Ayew.
For throughout his whole career.
Yeah.
Throughout his whole career, he's worked at Ayew. Steve Cooper has signed Jordan Ayew, and Baba Rahman is enjoying life with the PLK Thessaloniki. My guys think that he should stay where he is and enjoy himself and not come back into the Black Stars. Jordan will be great. That's the general consensus here for Leicester City. We'll see in the coming weeks. I'll see you guys in the next one from here with my team. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
It's Friday.
Yeah.